Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kia Simone, and let's get into these Real Housewives of Potomac. Which I'm pretty tired of them. I'm for real. I'm about sick of these heifers and their mindless drama. Let's just get into it. Before we do, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. Of course, I want to shout out my super thanksters. Shout out to Tanya Fuller, Yvette Greer, Miss Yoli, and Miss Yoli. And on Cash App, thank you so much to Letha P, Ashley H, and Tammy B.A. I thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all so much. Now let's just go ahead and get into this, child. So either they were bored or the deposits are non-refundable, because the episode kicks off with them getting ready for the white dinner party for Karen's birthday. The same party that Mia has said she was not hosting again. They're all getting dressed and getting ready for this dinner, and I just want to know, what in the Usher Board anniversary was Giselle putting on her feet? One thing Giselle will do is mess up her outfit. Just why? Dinner is being set up outside by the pool. The entertainment is arriving. Karen emerges from her room. She said she don't know what's going on. She's just attending whatever this activity is, since Mia said she ain't hosting her birthday party. And upstairs, Mia's in the bedroom telling Jacqueline that she don't know what this is either. She just knows she paid for it and she feels unappreciated. Good. Now everybody decides to go downstairs to dinner. Jacqueline comes downstairs like Mia's assistant, directing everyone, while Mia is still upstairs getting ready for her grand entrance like it's her damn birthday. To prepare them for the grand entrance, Jacqueline told the ladies Mia's feeling a little under the weather. She'll be a few minutes. She thanks the ladies for coming. Girls, sit your ass down. Mia finally makes her way downstairs trying to make an entrance. You sit your ass down too. Now, in honor of Karen's birthday, Giselle suggests they all go around and share their favorite funny memory of Karen. So they're all sharing their memories about Karen's wig slide, Karen talking, Karen giving sex advice. But Mia's favorite memory of Karen is when her husband was coming on to Karen and was licking his tongue out at Karen. And Jacqueline pipes up to say, "Ooh, yeah, that's a big tongue. So I've heard." Just tell us, y'all girls going wild stories, because that's what you want to do. Just tell us. The entertainment happens to be fire wand performers, and Karen is quite turned on. If Fire and Desire was a person, Karen said, "I need to call Ray." Giselle said, "This is doing it for you?" She said, "Yes, this is very sexy." Karen is giving very much Ray done retired from touching her, because why is this heat turning you on? Mia said, "Happy birthday, Karen." Girl, you better not fall for it. You know she want a souvenir to take home to Daddy G. Ashley asked, did Mia and Karen have a progressive conversation in Mia's room? It's progressive, all right. Karen said they did. And for her, it was just a breakdown in communication. And in the confessional, she said, well, it wasn't all that great of a conversation, but she does have some sympathy for Mia because she understands that Mia was upset because Wendy was coming for her marriage. And Karen understands that because people are always coming for her marriage. No, ma'am. This is a don't start none, won't be none type of party. If Mia didn't pick a fight, she wouldn't have to pick up her face off the floor. Candace is off to the side just as lost. What happened now? So Karen had to bring her up to speed that basically Mia was saying she don't mess with me because I was messing with Wendy. Speaking of, have you checked on Wendy? Candace said, yes, I have. And we saw that they had a FaceTime call. And when Candace asked Wendy if she was going to come hang out with the group that evening, Wendy said no. She's going to leave them to their own misery. She had a good day hanging out with Trina with her Wet and Wavy and her Versace. Wendy said if you can't use your words and you have to resort to violence, then you and your size 14s can stay over there. Karen told Candace she really did enjoy the day hanging out with all of them, but even more so, she enjoyed seeing Candace and Ashley get along. She said, you know, what's going on with y'all? Have y'all decided to make up and be friends? They said, no, don't get excited. We just mutually agreed to table our issues for now. We'll be back to dragging each other by the husband in just a minute. Ashley said, matter of fact, now is a good time. I've been meaning to talk to you. See, your husband is on Twitter threatening me, I think. Is it me? He's threatening Candace? I don't know. Ashley said, but you told Robin that his tweets were directed at me. And Giselle pipes up to say, well, so you thought he was I thought he was threatening me, but you think he's threatening you? Candace said, it's a 2-for-1, girl. He's talking about both y'all lying asses, okay? Y'all like to make things up. And if he wants to get on Twitter and express himself, what about it? Giselle said, what am I lying about? Ashley said, well, what's made up? And in the confessional, Candace said Forehead is running around saying my man wanted her friend, and old Dusty but JJ is talking about how my man wanted to be anywhere near her cobwebs. I said, oh my damn. These heifers are so miserable with their long rolling hills of necks. They have nothing to do but come for my marriage. Well, just damn, Candace. Ashley said, so that's what you're going to do? You're just going to dismiss everything, not receive anything? Candace said, I'm not addressing a rumor. What's next? And this girl went round the table like Oprah. Do you have something to say? Do you have something to say? Do you have something to say? Cherie said, it's really disappointing that this group can't get together without having a confrontation. You're right about that. And Mia is talking about how, I think it's interesting that Candace is so defensive about people lying on her husband when she is defending somebody who was lying on mine. Girl, ain't no damn body lied on you and Freaky Friday Daddy G, okay? Candace said, there's no winning with y'all. If I curse y'all asses out, I'm loud and aggressive. If I just move on, then I'm defensive. Jacqueline tried to jump in to tell Candace something about being accountable. Candace shut her down. She said, listen, I'm not about to be handled by me as representative. Jacqueline said, you wish you had a representative. You're mad nobody wants to represent your ass. Girl, what? Candace said, who the f*** are you? What is your name? Karen just said that I'm going to sing happy birthday myself. She just breaks out singing happy birthday in the middle of all this. In the confessional, Candace said she is over it. And this entire group can kiss the blackest part of her ass. Lord, just girl. 2 hours later, Candace is all over the blogs for dragging these bitches all over Instagram. She's on Instagram Live talking about none of these bitches are real and these hoes. From the bottom of my heart. So we move on to the next day. Karen is still in the bed singing happy birthday and 5-9 to herself, girl. Mia is getting ready for the day and she said this trip has been wild. But, she always reminds herself to follow through and have a good time. At this point, I realized Mia just talks. It doesn't have to be true. It doesn't have to make sense. She just talks. And while Mia is in the room getting ready, she's passing things over to Jacqueline to throw away for her and saying, represent this. And Jacqueline is so damn dumb. She don't realize this girl is playing in her face. She said she needs somebody to represent her. It's pure haterism. So Mia said, I was just thinking, Wendy is still in Miami. So if Wendy is still in Miami, why doesn't Candace go stay with Wendy? Why are you here? Why are you here? She said to Jacqueline, if I left and went somewhere, you would go with me, right? Well, that's because y'all share a brain. Wendy is at the hotel checking on her family, and Eddie done fed the kids all the groceries at one time. They had short ribs, tacos, and pasta for dinner, and he was proud of himself, too. Wendy looked at him like he was, y'all had what? Yeah, you wouldn't come home and say, I starved these damn kids. I fed them everything. Back at the house, Ashley is FaceTiming her mom, talking about how nice Michael has been while she's been on this trip. So maybe the absence is making his heart grow fonder, or maybe it's making your head grow fuller. Girl, what? Her mama is on the screen looking at her like you better get that thought out your head and get that bag in your hand. This family is dependent on you. So then we see Charisse go to Candace's room to talk. And Candace is telling Charisse how she is drained and she really expected this to be a fun vacation. Charisse said, well, I just want you to have a good time with this group. I want you to be able to get along. Candace said, yeah, but the accusation that Chris was flirting with one of Ashley's ugly friends, I said, Lord Jesus, help. It's a lot. And it's also projection because that's the life she lives. And that's what her husband does. She has this fake divorce going on. She's trying to panhandle all over the United States. Charisse is trying so hard to keep a straight face. Candace says, Charisse, do you think the divorce is real? Charisse said, I really do. Girl, please. Charisse only thinks this divorce is real because this is how her divorce looked in the beginning. When she was trying to deny that they were going through a divorce and she didn't think he was going to go through with it and she ended up divorcing him. This is exactly how her divorce looked. Candace said it's a damn scam, okay? I think it's a scam because why else would they be buying property together while they're supposedly getting a divorce? Child. Charisse said, yeah, well, we're all going out for the day and I just want everybody to be respectful and get along and have a good time. And then she asked Candace how Wendy is doing. And she said, I think if I were Wendy, I would have gone home by now. Candace said, no, I'm glad she didn't because I don't want to be stuck here with forehead. So then we see Ashley, who is doing her daily TikTok. Giselle is running around in the biggest, ugliest frock I have ever seen. She got to cut the shit and get a stylist, okay? You can't be running around starting shit and look like shit. You got to pick a struggle. So they're getting ready to go out for the day. And once again, they're splitting up to two different activities. Why? I don't know. Like, why y'all can't all go do one thing is beyond me. So you have Mia, Karen, Jacqueline, and Giselle who are going out to celebrate Karen's birthday. And the rest of them are going on a boat. Robin is pissed that the paper bag crew didn't include her. Now she's in the confessional saying how Mia needs to work on her hosting skills. Oh, now that you got to go do the same activity as the rest of the crew, you feel like she needs to work on her hosting skills, but not when she's throwing drinks and purses and napkins and stuff at Wendy. So the rest of the ladies load up to go to this boat, and on the way, Candace mentions that she had reached out to Wendy and she wants to invite her to the boat. Robin starts rolling her eyes and breathing hard, and Candace said, but Robin, I wanted to make sure it's okay with you. Robin said, I don't care. I don't care. Candace said, okay, good. Let me FaceTime her. Now, in the other car, Karen is telling the ladies how stressful this trip has been and how she just wants everybody to get along. And Mia's representative pipes up to say, well, Mia needs apologies. Mia needs to go to hell and you can drive her. Next thing you know, Karen is apologizing to Mia for her request to include Wendy on her birthday because that was selfish. This is why I cannot take Karen serious. Karen stands for absolutely nothing. I don't understand how a grown woman is this weak, wishy-washy, and spineless. It does not make sense to me. Mia accepts Karen's apology and says, I just love a woman who can own her shit. Well, we know you ain't one, but we hope you come to love yourself nonetheless. So we see Candace FaceTime Wendy. She agrees to come and Robin is absolutely annoyed. She's rolling her eyes. Girl, get over it. Karen and the other ladies arrive at this luxury car rental spot, which is where they're going to celebrate Karen's birthday. They jump out excited to see the Lamborghinis they're going to drive. But Abuelito a Miami. If y'all don't get a piece of Google in y'all phone, it's bienvenido. So the other ladies get to the boat. And it's literally a paddle pub where they have to pedal for the boat to move while they drink. I'll be damned. Wendy gets there just before they get ready to pull off. They ask Wendy how she's been doing. She says she's been good. She's been in her room, grading papers, doing her real job. Back at the car spot, Karen and Mia get in this Lamborghini and Karen can't drive it. Giselle done figured this out. She pulled off and she's on the hunt for a man in this Lamborghini. Girl, I think what you're aiming for works the other way around. A Pretty Woman didn't work like that. Back at the struggle boat, they have free lunch sandwiches to go with their will work for booze activities. Child, To pass the time on the struggle boat, Ashley decides she's going to delve into her favorite activity, minding your business. She asks Robin, so what's going on with your wedding? Robin said, well, we're planning something really small. Ashley said, oh, are y'all eloping? And Robin just gives her this blank stare and finally says, no, I'd rather talk about it when I'm around people who like me. No, you'd rather talk about it when Giselle is present to help you fill in the blanks on your lies. Somebody said, well, everybody here likes you, Robin. Robin said, no, they don't, and that's fine. And in the confessional, Candace said, it's kind of cold and disappointing to see Robin feel like she can just cast Wendy out and treat her so differently. Now, after the ladies finish their excursion on the struggle boat and Karen done torn up clutches, transmissions, and engines, they all make it back to the house. And Giselle and Robin are so happy to be reunited. Giselle is bragging about her day of driving a Lamborghini, and Robin is clearly disappointed and feels left out. I guess that's why she didn't tell her friend to change that damn dress, looking like she's straight out of Hamrick's hell. So they all go to take showers, and while they're in their rooms getting ready, Robin is telling Giselle that while she was on the toilet doing more than we needed to know, she came across Candace's live, where Candace was on Instagram saying that all of them was full of shit. Robin said, I want to know, if she feels like that, why is she here? And since she feels like that about everyone, I'm going to share this with everyone. So they all gather together downstairs to get ready to go. And is it me, or they all look like they about to catch the same bus to different functions? Now, I was grateful to see Sharice finally wear something that gave some sort of sexy, especially after she looked like a damn milkmaid missionary in that white dress earlier. Ashley looked like she's catching the bus to her side job down in the valley. I said, well, I guess you on the hunt for them churning a new daddy right now. So while they're waiting to leave, Candace proposed to the group, how do y'all feel about Wendy coming? Mia said, y'all keep asking, and I keep saying no. Candace said, okay, so that's a no. Ashley said, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of Mia, because Mia's clearly on a power trip and she's dragging this thing. Now, on the ride to wherever they're going, Ashley announces, I came downstairs naked last night to get some snack after you guys went to bed. What, you weirdo? Mia said, yeah, Jacqueline said Ashley's kind of cute. And I said, what? Oh, jealous much? Giselle turned around fast as her neck would allow. Candace looked over them glasses. Say what now? Mia said, yeah, Ashley, you're very much her type, and she's very particular, so take it as a compliment. Giselle said, well, things might get a little convoluted, because ain't Jacqueline Mia's friend? Mia said, no, because we actually believe in sharing. She said they've actually shared her man before. I think she said it was her ex, who apparently had this amazing sex. And she couldn't leave him, even though he was cheating on her left and right. And so she told Jacqueline to try him out one night so she could see what it was that was keeping her. So Jacqueline did. And she told her that she has yet to find better to this day. Y'all need counseling class and couth. Giselle said they share a whole lot. What kind of relationship is this? So they get to the restaurant and everybody gets seated except Ashley, who is outside in her showgirl's costume calling Wendy. Because who Mia playing with? She calls Wendy and gives her their location and tells her, you should come by. So Ashley prances back to the table and announces her invitation. Mia is pissed. And she called Ashley a disrespectful little brat. Girl, if you don't go to hell, that girl works here just like you, and you cannot bully her off of her job, nor should you be allowed to. Sharice said, well, Ashley, I think it's unfair for you to make a decision for the group without having a discussion with us. Girl, you gonna have to go to hell too, because how is it unfair for Ashley to make a decision for the group, but it's okay for Mia to make a decision for the group? Ashley went off about what's unfair is the circumstances Wendy has been put into. This woman left her family to be here with this group. And because this nut is mad, she's now ostracized from the group. That's what's unfair. Mia said, well, it's a matter of respect. And Ashley proceeded to order her food. Girl, anybody got time for this? That must have pissed me off, because that's when Mia said, you know what? You're just a disrespectful little brat. Ashley said, I'm a what? What? Girl, child. Ashley said, and what are you? A bully? Oh, I'm a bully now? She said, yeah, that's what you're acting like. I find it very interesting that Mia was able to maintain her composure in a disagreement with Ashley, who was face to face with her, sitting right next to her, but acted a complete untamed animal with Wendy. So Candace said to Jacqueline, oh, you not gonna jump in to defend your friend? Jacqueline said, mind your damn business. Candace said, this is my business. Yeah, this actually is my business. I get very regular direct deposits to prove that this is my business. Candace said, no, you like to jump in. Go on, jump in. Go ahead, intern. Jacqueline said, I can do what the fuck I want. You sit your ass right there. Candace said, and I'm sitting, bitch. Now, Candace said, calling people bitch is going to be a problem. Stop. So Robin asked Ashley, if you were in Mia's shoes and you had a confrontation with someone to the degree that they had, would you want that person to be invited back around without your blessing? Candace said, well, I've been in her shoes and I'm back around and it worked out fine. So just then Wendy walks in. She greets everybody. Hello, everyone. And she gets hugs from Ashley and Candace, a plate from Karen, and stares from everybody else. Giselle acts like she's helping Mia slide out of the way, and they start adjusting the seats to accommodate Wendy at the table. Well, Giselle moves to the head of the table, and right behind her seat is the pool. So they tell her to be careful so that she doesn't fall into the pool, and she says, if anybody's going in the water, it's not going to be me. These heifers started laughing and cackling like hens. So Ashley said, you know what? Let's just put it on the table. Do y'all want to voice your positions about what happened? Wendy immediately speaks up and says, this is what I can say, and this is directed to Mia. Mia said, is she talking to me? Yes, fool. Ain't that your name? Wendy said, I can take accountability for my choice of words that may have hurt Mia. I can take accountability for my role and for how I aided and escalated how the evening went. Mia said, I don't know, she's supposed to be talking to me, but I mean, kumbaya. Girl, kumbaya hell. In the confessional, she said, I don't feel like I got an apology from Wendy. I mean, I don't know who she was talking to. I mean, maybe she's talking to convince herself. Maybe she's trying to convince herself that she's sorry. So their food starts coming out, and now that they have their entrees, Robin decided it's time for the main event. She said, ladies, lend me your ear. I have something that you all should hear, and I think that this will be insightful for everyone. Robin pulls out a Bluetooth speaker and sits it in the middle of the table and connects her phone to start her show. Karen said Robin has gone tech. Robin done gone, got her a few coins and brought her some damn props. So Robin starts playing Candace's Instagram Live. And Candace is saying stuff like, those ladies are all full of shit. None of those bitches are real. They're all fake. No one's loyal. They're all trying to panhandle their little businesses. Candace just sat on Instagram and talked cash, okay? They are looking at her in shock. What? Robin said, y'all heard that? Y'all heard that. All these hoes. No one is loyal. Everyone is panhandling their businesses. Y'all heard that? I just want to know why. Why? Why would you say that? And be specific. Are you talking about everybody? Candace said, I will if you will allow me. I appreciate the ambush. Ashley said, this ain't no ambush, sis, because you said this. Robin said, this ain't an ambush. This is me by myself. Me, myself, and I. This is not an ambush. Candace said, but I wouldn't have said it on my Instagram Live if I didn't mean it. Then in the confessional, Candace is saying, well, what it basically comes down to is I said what I said. But it is shocking to see a friend trying to shame me. Now, you won't shame me, but you will show me who you are, and I am looking. Now, well, then, why are you shocked or offended? I mean, you had said this stuff on the whole World Wide Web for the whole world to see. And then you sat down at a dinner table to break bread with the very people that you said this on the World Wide Web about. Like, what did you expect? Why are you, one, shocked that these people are bringing this up to you after you done dragged them for absolute filth on the internet? And two, don't it make you fake to be fake kicking it like this? I mean, if you can't stand none of them, if they ain't shit, they all fake bitches, ain't nobody loyal, but you kicking it with them, don't birds of a feather flock together? Robin said, if you feel like everybody is just out for themselves, ain't nobody why are you here? Candace said, well, the truth is, Robin, you are the only one who I thought was a real friend. You're the only one who I thought was loyal. Karen and Wendy looking like, well, who the is we? Candace said, but after this, I don't think I can say that anymore. Well, I don't understand. Would you like them to privately address your public statement? Like, girl, what? Karen says she's confused about the whole statement. I don't know what this damn girl talking about. Wendy said, Dr. Wendy has never been a panhandler, child. She ain't talking about me. Giselle said, I'm just happy Robin was sitting on the toilet and saw this because now you're busted and your face is cracked. Candace says to Robin, why would you wait until this moment when everyone's here? This is an ambush. No, this is you being held accountable for the shit you talked. You talked cash shit on the internet, and that's fine. That's your business. You can talk your shit, but you gotta walk your shit. You gotta stand up in it. Ashley said, you should just say it to our faces. Shit you telling the whole internet, tell us. Candace said, I do. As a matter of fact, let me tell you now, I don't like you. I think you're a disloyal person. I think you're shady and you're mean. Giselle, the same goes for you. Karen said, this is f***ed up. Candace said, you're not included in that. I wasn't talking about you. I've never thought of you as that kind of person who schemes and scams. Karen said, thank you. Good. She said, but this one, Giselle, this one is. Ashley said to Karen in her messiest voice, I hate to have to do this, but I gotta tell you, since her real feelings are coming out now. Karen said, what are they? What are her real feelings? Yeah, she's been running around saying that you're seeing other men and you've been out and about with men other than Ray. Karen looked absolutely livid. She started breathing hard and poking out her bottom lip. And she looked at Candace like, how could you tell my secret? She said, did you say that about me and my husband? Candace said, no, you was a damn lie. Karen said, what is she talking about? She said, what are you talking about? Ashley referred back to that gossip session that they had a few episodes ago at Candace's house, where Candace decided to volunteer, that the information was volunteered to her, that Karen be in and out of town with some man that ain't Ray. Karen is pissed. Karen said, did you say that? I will not play this game. Candace said, directed at her. Now, wow, they do have your ass dead to right. They got you between a rock and a hard place, Candace. I do agree that some of this need to be directed at Ashley, just because Ashley gets up under my skin with that tactic. Ashley will go start between two people and then just sit back and watch them fight. And I cannot stand it. That's how the whole Wendy Giselle thing popped off last season. And that's exactly how this is happening. I done sat and talked about you with this person, but I'm going to come back and tell you this what they said to start some shit. Girl, Karen said, let me tell you something. I've been down this road with this group. So let me tell this whole group. If you don't have names, pictures, phone numbers that I can call for interviews, and then she thought about that pictures thing. She said, now, pictures they might have because people love me. So people stop me and ask me for pictures all the time, and I take pictures. But unless y'all have some concrete evidence that I've been dealing with some other man, shut the fuck up. Don't come for me and my institution. I said, oh shit. Candace is scared and lying. Candace said, but I never said anything about you and other men or your husband. I never said any of that, girl. And if I was gonna say it, why would I say it to her black ass? Well, that's what I was wondering when you did it. I don't know why you would be confiding and or talking to or sharing gossip with or at the crab table with who wrote a whole statement on you. Karen got up and went stomping off. She said, you know what? It doesn't matter because this is bullshit. I do too much for this group and this is what I get. Candace said, Karen said, no, I'm mad, girl. Thou protest too much. Candace said, Karen, she's lying. Why are you mad? Candace looks like she's about to hyperventilate. Girl, you can't be out here talking cash and then be about to pass out. Giselle in the confessional said Karen's reaction was a lot. Now, she never said none of this was true. She just said, don't be talking about me in these streets. We got it. Candace said to Ashley, you need to go to Karen and clear up what you said. Ashley said, no, you need to clear up what you said. Now, if you were joking, say you were joking. Candace said, but I never said anything about her husband. Karen came stomping back to the table. She said, I don't want to miss nothing. I know how y'all go, and I don't want to play telephone with somebody trying to tell me what was said, and y'all messed that up too. Karen said, did I miss anything important? Candace said, she's fucking lying. Karen said, no. Candace starts crying. About why would I say that? Let me tell you something. This is giving there's a lot of truth to whatever was said, and Karen is looking like I only told you this stuff. And she's repeating my business. So, Giselle said, is Candace crying? Candace pipes up, yes, bitch, I'm crying. Is it a problem? Yeah, it kind of is when you done talk this much. Candace gets up from the table and she goes to call Chris. She calls Chris crying about how none of these women are loyal. They will smile in your face and stab you in the back. And girl, you just got caught talking on the internet. And my thing is, it ain't like this was some private conversation she had that got leaked. You went to the internet and you talked like Billy Badass. And now you want to cry and you're the victim? No. And if you're mad at them because they're coming for your marriage, that's fine. Say that. Like, yeah, I talk shit about y'all because y'all coming for my damn marriage. Like, it is what it is. Say that. If this is how you felt, this is how you felt. But why are you talking cash and then turning around and crying when I don't understand. At this point, it's storming. They decide it's time to leave the restaurant, and they all agree to go to a club, minus Giselle. She said her feet hurting and she going back to the hotel. She ain't got time. Ashley said, we can all go to the club. We can dance, have a good time, have some drinks. We don't even have to talk to each other. I said, well, damn. Welcome to the Frenemy Fest. So they get to the club and they're getting drunk and getting along. Mia and Candace are having fun together. Mia even pulled out a boob. Wendy and Robin are making up and hugging and loving each other. So they all party the night away. Mia leaves them early. The rest of the ladies load up in the truck to go back home for the evening, and they resume the same fight from the restaurant. Cha. Ashley happened to record the whole interaction because you know how she goes. She's going to get her dirt and her evidence. So Candace and Robin are going back and forth because Candace is upset with Robin. She feels so betrayed that Robin would bring this up in front of the group. She told Robin she is calculated, fake, and she is not her friend. Now, this is true. Robin is all of those things. But you also said this stuff on the internet. I just cannot come off that. Robin said, but it's not fake because you said it. Candace said, but it is fake because I would have never done that to you. You're just as fake as the rest of them. Now, the whole time, Mia had been on FaceTime with Robin while they were all going back and forth. And the episode comes to an end with her trying to figure out how far away from home are y'all drunk asses. And they done hung up on her mid-fight. And then we see the mid-season trailer where we see all the parties and preachers to come. It looks like Giselle is getting ready to try to sell us this Jamal Bryant lie again. We don't want it. Ashley is telling her uncle how she still is attracted to Michael, and her uncle is telling her to get help. Jacqueline is about to spill all the tea by Mia and Gordon's marriage. Robin is planning a private wedding ceremony in Jamaica that not even her parents are invited to because it's a damn lie. Ray is going to try to talk to Chris at some point and suggest that he just apologize to the ladies for misperceiving his intentions. And it looks like whatever conversation he was going to have with Ashley ends up going left because it looks like Chris is going to end up cursing Ashley's ass out. They're going to go on another vacation, and it's going to be the battle of the Grand Dames because Karen and Sharice look like they 2 plates short of coming to blows. Karen is telling Ashley how she knows about Juan's other woman who looks like her, some woman with blonde hair. Karen is apparently going to be throwing Robin's fake marriage in her face. Sharice is running around saying Karen was screwing the help. Karen is going to be accusing somebody of being a prostitute, and Candace is finally going to shoot her music video with Trina. Yeah, girl, that's cute, but they got a whole lot of mess going on over here. Child, it's about to be a time. But that's it. That's all, and I ain't got no more. Thank you so much for coming down here listening to me and letting me get this off my chest. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And in the meantime, until next time, just like every time, I love you and I mean it. Bye.